Okay, let's be honest. We all do it, but most of us try to hide it. Talking to yourself. But what if I told you that that quiet muttering isn't a sign of strangeness, but actually a sign of a brilliant mind at work? Today, we're diving into the hidden power of what some people call a rare trait, but is actually your brain's secret weapon.
Oh, you know that moment, right? You're deep in thought, walking down the street, maybe you're muttering to yourself in the grocery aisle, and you look up and see someone staring. That little hot flush of embarrassment? Yeah, we've all been there. But get this, you have absolutely nothing to be embarrassed about.
For the longest time, talking to yourself has gotten a really bad rap. We worry it means we're odd, or lonely, or that we just can't keep our own thoughts straight. It's been treated like this social glitch, something you're supposed to hide. Well, get ready to rethink everything you thought you knew, because the latest science is showing that talking to yourself isn't a weakness at all. It's a cognitive superpower. It's a sign that your brain is actively organizing complex thoughts, analyzing its own patterns, and even soothing itself in real time. Let's break down exactly how this works. First up, let's talk about something called verbal processing. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like this. It's your brain's external hard drive. It's a tool for taking that chaotic storm of data in your head and giving it some much-needed order. You know that tangled mess of thoughts swirling around in your head before a big decision? Well, verbal processing is like pulling out just one of those threads and straightening it out, simply by saying it out loud. The second you give a thought a voice, you force it into a linear structure, making it something you can actually work with.
And what's so cool is how this plays out in real life. A complex problem can feel like a giant, impossible knot inside your mind. But then you say it. Okay, first, I need to email Sarah. Second, I need to pull last quarter's data. Just like that, you've created a roadmap. You've externalized the problem and literally talked yourself right into a solution.
But wait, it's not just about organizing thoughts. It's about examining them. And that's where our second superpower comes into play, a really high-level skill called metacognition.
I know, it sounds super complex, but the truth is, it's a skill you're already practicing every single time you talk to yourself. Think of it like this. It's the ability to step outside of your own head and just observe your thoughts. When you say your thoughts out loud, you can step back and ask those really critical questions, like, wait a minute, is that thought actually true? Is it helping me or is it holding me back? And this right here really shows the difference. A thought that just stays in your head, it's kind of fuzzy, abstract. It can disappear in a second. But the moment you speak it aloud, I'm worried I'm going to fail this presentation, you've made it concrete. You've turned an internal feeling into external data that you can now analyze. Okay, why am I worried? What steps can I take to feel more prepared? See, that is metacognition in action. And finally, we get to the third superpower, emotional regulation. Because self-talk isn't just for solving logic puzzles, it's maybe the most accessible tool we have for managing our own feelings. It's like having your own personal coach 24/7.
And this is so much more than just a nice little saying. Get this. The simple act of hearing a calm, reassuring voice, even when it's your own, can actually physically calm your nervous system. You aren't just thinking calming thoughts, you are actively performing an act of self-soothing. And you probably do this all the time without even realizing it. When you're telling yourself, okay, you got this, before a big event, that's you, soothing yourself. When you rehearse a tough conversation in the car, you're getting yourself emotionally ready. That little pep talk you give yourself to stop procrastinating, that's you, being your own coach. It's this sophisticated psychological toolkit that you use every single day. So let's bring this all together. This habit, this supposed rare trait is so far from being a weakness. It's time we all reclaim our inner dialogue for what it really is, a cognitive superpower. So these three things, verbal processing, that high-level metacognition, and self-soothing, they aren't just separate little quirks. They all work together, just like you see here, to form this incredibly efficient toolkit for navigating our complex world. You organize, you analyze, and you regulate. It's brilliant.
So if there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. The next time you catch yourself talking out loud, don't shrink back. Recognize that sound for what it is. That isn't a glitch you're hearing. It's the sound of a high-performance mind getting the job done. That conversation with yourself isn't a bug. It's a feature. It's the sign of a dynamic, reflective, and incredibly resilient mind. So let me ask you, the next time you hear that voice, what will you choose to hear? An odd habit or a brilliant mind at work?